Hello students, I am your science teacher Preeti ma'am and I am going to teach you chapter number 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. This is the first part. Let's start now. The topics that I am going to cover in this chapter are biodiversity, forests and biodiversity, and the need of biodiversity. Students, let's go active first. Find a person who has lived in your neighborhood for around more than 20 years. Ask that person about the kinds of birds and animals that were found in the neighborhood 20 years back. And are there any that are not seen there anymore? So if we find out, we will find lots and lots of things. So biodiversity. If you can go to a park or the forested areas in your own town or your city. What trees, shrubs, herbs do you see around you? Do you see animals such as insects, birds, lizards and squirrels? In a forest, you may see larger animals like the monkeys, the snakes, the lions and lots more. The variety of living things that are found in a region is referred to as biodiversity of that region. The plants in the region, they form the flora of that region. Means all the plants which are found there, they are called as flora. And the animals in that region, the animals whatever you find in that region, it is called as the fauna of that region. Can you see all the living things that you can see in a park or forest in a busy area in the center of the town? Biodiversity varies from place to place. It is never the same. The tropical rainforest, they have the greatest and the largest number of living things than the other areas. And similarly, if we go among the aquatic habitats, then we can find that the coral reef, it has the highest biodiversity. Lots and lots of plants and animals of different kinds are found over here. Scientists, they measure the biodiversity of the region by counting the number of species which are found there. Then what is a species, students? A species is a group of organisms that are closely related to each other and can reproduce with the group. For example, if I talk about all the Indian elephants belong to one species, whereas all the Bengal tigers, they belong to the another species. It is estimated that around 8.7 million species on the earth, of which 75% are on land and 25% they are in the oceans and the seas. 1.5 billion are counted, they have been counted so far, with new ones also being discovered every year. Then, what are the forest and the biodiversity? You know, students, India has a variety of forest. Many forests are found over here. We can find the tropical rainforest, the temperate deciduous forest, the pine forest, the tidal or the mangrove forest, dry deciduous forest, evergreen forest. These are the different types of forest which are found in India. And if we talk about it, Around 20% of land in India is covered by forest. The forests of India are the storehouse of biodiversity. There are many different types of plants and animals which are found in this area. The forest of the Western Ghats and the Eastern Himalayas, they are very dense, and particularly they are rich in flora and fauna. Lots and lots of plants, different plants and different animals are found in this region. It is estimated that India has as a whole is home of nearly 315 species of mammals. There are more than 1,200 species of the birds. 400 species of different reptiles are there in India, and 200 species of amphibians. Not only this much, we can also find more than 2,500 species of birds and more than 15,000 species of flowering plants. Have you imagined this? India is one of the most diverse countries in the world. An endemic is a species that are found only in the specific area in the whole world. They are not found everywhere in the world. And India is the home of many endemic species. If we talk about the Asiatic lion, the Asiatic lion is the endemic. And where is it found? It is found in the Gir National Park in Gujarat. The Indian giant squirrel, the lion-tailed macaw, the Salim Ali fruit bat, and forest owlet. These are some endemic animals of India. They are found only in India. Like the same, we can also find the endemic plants also. And endemic plants, they include many species of different orchids. This is the orchids which is found over here. And many medicinal plants are also found over here. This is the Asiatic lion that is found over here. This real monkey, it is the lion-tailed macaw. This is the squirrel, the giant squirrel. This, what you can see, is the Salim Ali fruit bat. This is the forest owlet which is found over here. So these are the endemic animals. And if we talk about the endemic plants, then we can see that this is the wild jack which is found over here. This, what you can see, is the forest spider lily. You can see over here, this is the pitcher plant, right? And this, what you can see, is the orchids. So what is the need of biodiversity? Every living thing is linked to each other organism or many organisms through different food webs. The interactions between the abiotic and the biotic components, they play an important role in maintaining the balance of the earth. The loss of few organisms, they affect the whole balance. If I give you one example, then the loss of nitrogen fixing bacteria in the soil, they will affect all the plants and the animals. And thus it is necessary to maintain the biodiversity on the earth. The forests or the uses of the forest. Where are the forests used? Forests are of great importance to us. means to all living beings. Not only do we get many products from them, but we also depend on them for the rain and oxygen. The oxygen, if we talk about, the plants in forest, they use carbon dioxide to carry out photosynthesis and to make food, isn't it? Oxygen is the product of photosynthesis. Thus, the forest, the plants, they clean the air of carbon dioxide. Likewise, another use of forest is the rain. Trees give out huge amounts of water vapor through transpiration. The cool air above forest, it encourages the formation of clouds, and thus it increases the perspiration. The soil protection. The roots of trees in forest, they hold on to the soil and they prevent the soil erosion. And habitat. Forest, they provide habitat for many plants and animal species. Many people too live in or near the forest. We also get the different forest products also. Forests have many different kinds of plants, and the plants that are used for the food, for the preparation of different medicines, and so on. We also make paper from the trees, rubber from the rubber tree. We get cinnamon from the inner bark of the tree, and lumber to build the houses from the timber trees, and so on. So these are some of the questions that you are going to write the answers in your books. First question, you are going to define what is biodiversity. You are also going to define what is the meaning of the species, what is fauna, flora and fauna. You know that we have discussed that. Also define the endemic species, and you are going to list the uses of the forest. Thus, we come to the end of today's lecture. And students, if you have liked my lecture, please do like, share and subscribe for my channel. So we end up over here. So bye bye students.